Hi guys, this is our last lesson of the year on time. The code we need for today is UZKIN. Again, UZKIN. You're going to take that code and enter it to complete your Nearpod. UZKIN. We always start by putting in our name. That way we get to see your hard work. So today we're focusing on time. What time is it? Time to practice time. Alright, the hour hand is the small hand. So here it is, pointing at the 9. It tells us the hour. The hour hand is pointed at the 9. So this shows 9 o'clock. What time does it show? 9 o'clock. The minute hand, or the big hand, tells us the minutes. The minute hand is pointing at the 6. That's 30 minutes past the hour. Okay? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The time is 10:30. So we're going to watch a video on telling time to the hour.
Tell the time. Tell the time. Tell the time. I can tell time.
What time is it? I'm not sure.
What time is it?
Wait, I think I know.
It's 1 o'clock. Cause the big hand's on the 12 and the small hand's on the 1.
Is it 11 o'clock?
No.
12 o'clock?
No.
1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Tell the time. Tell the time. Tell the time. I can tell time.
What time is it?
I'm not sure.
What time is it?
Wait, I think I know.
It's 2 o'clock. Cause the big hand's on the 12 and the small hand's on the 2.
Is it 12 o'clock?
No.
1 o'clock?
No.
2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Tell the time. Tell the time. Tell the time. I can tell time.
What time is it?
I'm not sure.
What time is it?
Wait, I think I know.
It's 3 o'clock. Cause the big hand's on the 12 and the small hand's on the 3.
Is it 1 o'clock?
No.
2 o'clock?
No.
3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Tell the time. Tell the time. Tell the time. I can tell time.
What time is it?
I'm not sure.
What time is it?
Wait, I think I know.
It's 4 o'clock. Cause the big hand's on the 12 and the small hand's on the 4.
Is
4
it 2
o'clock?
o'clock?
No.
3 o'clock?
No.
4 o'clock?
Yeah.
Tell the time. Tell the time. Tell the time. I can tell time.
What time is it?
I'm not sure.
What time is it?
Wait, I think I know.
It's 5 o'clock. Cause the big hand's on the 12 and the small hand's on the 5.
Is it 3 o'clock?
No.
4 o'clock?
No.
5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Tell the time. Tell the time. Tell the time. I can tell time.
What time is it?
I'm not sure.
What time is it?
Wait, I think I know.
It's 6 o'clock. Cause the big hand's on the 12 and the small hand's on the 6.
Is it 4 o'clock?
No.
5 o'clock?
No.
6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Tell the
Alright,
time.
I'm going to pause it there. If you want to finish watching it, you can do that from your Nearpod. Okay? So write the time under the clock. All of these have the big hand pointed at the 12. So all of them end with o'clock. The way that we know what time it is we have to look at the small hand. Okay? So the small hand here is pointed at the 2. So the time is 2 o'clock. Because the big hand is on the 12, o'clock. Here, the short hand is on the 4. So it's 4. And now my big hand is on the 12, so o'clock. 4 o'clock. All right. This has both on the 12, so it's 12 for the hour. And when the big hand's on the 12, that means o'clock. All right. this shows 6, 7, 8. 8, and then the big hand's on the 12, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. All right, let's look at the next one. My little hand's down here pointing at the 6. I know it's very blurry. 6 o'clock. All right, now here we have it at the 11. Okay, so the hour is 11, and the minute hand is on the 12, which means o'clock. So this shows 11 o'clock. 2 more on this page. Okay, this one's pointed at the 7, so it shows 7 o'clock. And then finally, we have a little hand pointing at the 3, and the big hand's at the 12 for o'clock, so it's 3 o'clock. So we have 5 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 3 o'clock. When you're done, hit submit. Alright, so here we'll watch part of the video telling time to the half hour. If you want to finish it, then you can watch it as part of your Nearpod lesson.
Our teacher said it's Monday morning, let's go play. It was only 8 a.m. and we all screamed hooray. But when it began to rain, that was really recess bliss. And a half an hour passed so fast the clock told us this. It wasn't 8 o'clock, it was 8:30. Big hand on the 6, we were really very dirty.
Big hand on the 6, and we knew that it meant 30.
Between the 8 and 9, we saw the little hand go. Recess was over and we screamed, oh no!
Okay, all of these are going to have the big hand at the 6, which means 30. That tells us to stop counting by 5s when we get to the big hands. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So all of these should end with 30.
Oh, no!
Well, our awesome teacher yelled, I'm as proud as a birdie that you learned the longer hand on the 6 makes a 30. We washed our muddy hands in our shiny classroom sink. That made our teacher happy and she gave us all a wink. Let's have another recess that starts at 9 o'clock. Another half hour, we were really all in shock. Another recess? Sweet! It wasn't 9 o'clock, it was 9:30. Big hand on the 6, we were really very dirty.
Big hand on the 6, and we knew that it meant 30.
Between the 9 and 10, we saw the little hand go. Recess was over and we screamed, oh no! Oh no! Well, our awesome teacher yelled, I'm as proud as a birdie that you learned the longer hand on the 6 makes a 30. We washed our muddy hands in our shiny classroom sink. That made our teacher happy and she gave us all a wink. Let's have another recess that starts at 12 o'clock. Another half hour, we were really all in shock. Another recess? Sweet!
Wow.
It wasn't 12 o'clock, it was 12:30. Big hand on the 6, we were really very dirty.
Big hand on the 6, and we knew that it meant 30.
Between the 12 and 1, we saw the little hand go. Recess was over and we screamed, oh no! Oh no!
All right, you can continue watching that on your own if you want. All right, write the time on the digital clock. All of them end with 30. So they all have this big hand on the 6, which they just told us meant it's on 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They all end with 30. Now to make it easier, I'm going to go and put all my 30s in. Maybe someone can help you do this at home because it's a lot of 30s to put in a small box. If you'd rather type it, that's a choice too. when the big hand's on the 6, that means 30. If you learn that, you make me as proud as a birdie, like in the song. Okay, so they all show 30. Now we need to look. The little hand is in between the 2 and the 3. It didn't get to 3 yet, so it's still 2:30. Now my little hand is in between the 9 and 10. It didn't get to 10 yet, so this clock shows 9:30. What time? 9:30. Then our next one, it's between 11 and 12. So it's 11:30. It didn't get to 12 yet. And the next one is between 10 and 11. It didn't get to 11 yet. So it's 10:30. All right. My little hand is in between the 4 and the 5. It didn't get to 5 yet, so it's still 4:30 on this clock. Okay. Between the 12 and the 1. Did it get to 1 yet? No, so it's 12:30. That is a pretty bad 2. All right. Now here, we're between the 8 and the 9. It didn't get to 9 yet, so it's 8:30. Okay. Here it's between the 6 and the 7. Did it get to 7 yet? So it's 6:30. All right, last one on this page. It's between 5 and 6. It didn't get to 6 yet, so it's 5:30. When you're done, hit submit. All right, I'm going to be the frog. What time is it? I have my little hand on the 10. It can't be 6, but it can be 10 o'clock. And my big hand's on the 12. O'clock. 10 o'clock. Climb, frog, climb. What time is it? My little hand's on the 4. And my big hand's on the 12, which means o'clock. So it shows 4 o'clock. What time is it? So this is my little hand on the 11. It can't be 2 o'clock, but it can be 11 o'clock. Is that big hand on the 12? It is 11 o'clock. This one is hard. What time is it? The little hand and the big hand, you can't see them both because they're both on the 12. So the little hand on the 12 means it's 12 o'clock with the big hand on the 12 too. What time is it? So my little hand's on the 3 and my big hand's on the 12. 3 o'clock. All right, let's match the times. The digital clock's the easiest. 12 o'clock and 12 o'clock are the same. And 12:20 and 12:20 are the same. And 7:30 and 7:30 are the same. Now we have a picture with a lot of clocks and a picture with a lot of clocks. We have this clock shows 3 o'clock. And we didn't practice to the 5 minutes, but this clock shows 1:25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 1:25 and 1:25. It's a match. All right, there's a memory test for you to do, but that's all the time I have to show you. Thanks so much.